All right, y'all, today we're hopping in the car, going on a scavenger hunt for some money. I want to go look for products that I can buy and sell in my Amazon business at my local retail store. This side hustle has been my full-time income for 3 or 4 years now, so I want to take you guys on a little ride along, show you everything I'm looking at, show you some examples of profitable products that you could sell in your Amazon store, and hopefully inspire some of you guys to go out and start your own business, making some money on your own. But let's get going. We got some profit to find. All right, so we're on the hunt for some stuff to sell on Amazon today. Wanted to head over to my local TJ Maxx and just start scanning some of the products to sell on Amazon. What I'm looking for on all these products is to just scan them with the SellerAmp app. That's basically going to show me all the data about these items. And in fact, let's start off with this quick example to get the ball rolling. Here's just like a simple toy that I found. It doesn't seem like a major home run product by any means. Scan it on the Seller app though, we can see that this sells for 35 bucks on Amazon. TJ Maxx has it on sale for 17 bucks. The reason I'm not in love with it is it sells 18 times a month, but we'll take $7 profit on this, and there's two. Let's see what else we can find here in the toy section to start. And the reason why I'm looking at toys specifically today is just because we got the holiday season coming up as I'm filming this, so obviously a lot of these are going to be selling a lot faster. I'm also going to be checking out some beauty and just anything people give as Christmas gifts while I'm here at TJ Maxx too. All right, so next up I found these Funko Pops here. These are an interesting one I want to show you guys here live. So this is like a set of them. No idea what's going on here, but the data is interesting because on SellerAmp I can see that the current price on these is a little over 48 bucks. So plugging in my costs, I'm going to make a little bit of money since I'm buying these for 25 bucks. The issue though is I don't see any estimated sales, but down here on the new offer count at the very bottom, I can see that new seller count has been consistently increasing. It's been a couple drop offs where people actually sell this product. I think I might skip this product today, but I just wanted to show this. If you see that the estimated sales is unknown, it can be like a data glitch with Amazon. These might actually sell, but in my opinion, these aren't really worth it for the profit today. So I scanned 2 or 3 of those tables there. Wasn't finding much, so I want to just go ahead and head over to the beauty section. I tend to find a lot of good stuff in beauty. There's also some good potential in pets and grocery at these store, but let's see what beauty's got today. All right, so first thing I was able to scan here, you guys are seeing all the stats as I'm going here. This was actually on sale for 10 bucks. Definitely not the fastest seller in the world, only 7 sales per month, but since this has a $30 sale price on Amazon, I'm probably going to go ahead and pick these up. I think there was 2 or 3 on the shelf, so we can go ahead and add these to the cart. It might take a second to sell, but since these are over a 100% ROI, I'll take the risk on these. Next up, I saw some of this Too Faced makeup, and the barcode wasn't able to be scanned on this item, so I used the AI image search on SellerAmp to go ahead and look this product up just because I had a good feeling. And looking at the data here, I was somewhat right. I can see this was 17 bucks at TJ Maxx. It's selling for 48 on Amazon. The problem though is on the buy box analysis, this pie chart, this shows me that Amazon is winning the vast majority of the sales. So if we do sell this item, we'd have to undercut Amazon. Since our profit is so high on this, I don't mind taking a little bit of a risk, but I just wanted to show you that if you see that on some items, it typically means Amazon's going to hog a lot of the sales. So just make sure you have plenty of profit wiggle room. And then next up, I found another kind of makeup here, really on a roll on this little end cap. These were an awesome item. There were 3 of these on the shelf selling for $7, selling on Amazon for $45. So I'm definitely going to pick those up. And that's over 75 bucks in profit just on these 3 little makeup items. So definitely loving this so far. Next in our scanning session here, I found this makeup. This was interesting because it's actually not pulling a price on Amazon, and that means that it's currently out of stock, but I just had a good feeling. These were selling for 5 bucks at TJ Maxx, and then looking at the data from the past, I can see that people were actually having success selling these for 15 bucks. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up a couple units of these that I found on the shelf. And then I also found some of these liquid foundations here. I think these are similar to some of those like Too Faced ones, but these were selling for 13 bucks, selling for 37 bucks on Amazon. Really good sales volume as well. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and pick these up. There was 4 or 5 on the shelf. And then there was also some other different colors you guys can see here. The metrics looked pretty similar though. This one just sells a little bit slower. It was a little bit cheaper on the shelf. So we're going to make about 12 bucks profit selling each one of these units as well. And this end cap was really just on fire today. Here are some more, I'm not even sure what this is, some glitter, foundation, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to make money selling it. Buying it for 5 bucks on Amazon, it goes for 15 bucks. There are about 4 of these. So these are going to be another like $3.50 profit each. Not an insane home run, but I'll take anything we can get. Then there was this powder here. It only sells 12 times a month and it was a little bit too expensive. So they're not all going to be winners. Let's go ahead and skip. Had another item here. This one only sells 9 times a month, but since it sells for so much, I might take a risk on this. It is a little over a 70% ROI. There was only 1 or 2 of these on the shelf, so might as well take the ones they do have. They're 12 bucks profit and they'd sell eventually. 9 sales a month, but we'll be able to get in the buy box before too long. Got some more blush on the aisle here. This was 15 bucks. I don't really want to make 62 cents though, so definitely going to go ahead and skip this item. After that, I found another item that definitely doesn't sell very fast, but really just a lot of this high ROI beauty products. And the nice part about retail arbitrage is we only have to buy a couple units. So obviously this only sells 4 times a month, but I don't see any problem with making the sale this month. So we can go ahead and add another $9 in profit to the cart there. Got some more of these makeup palettes here. This was an interesting one because it is not pulling a price currently. I don't think anyone was in stock on this at this exact moment. I think it just went out of stock actually, but pretty cool. There were several of these on the shelf, buying these for $15 each, going for $30 on Amazon. So just a little bit over a 30% return on investment on these. Definitely want to go ahead and grab those. Next up, there was a slightly different palette, this 35Y, whatever you want to call it, going for $35, selling for 15 in store though. So not super profitable. The sales rank was really high. Usually I'm looking for below 200K. Gonna go ahead and keep on moving on. And that's when I found this next palette here. 4 sales a month on this, but these were selling for $8, selling for $34 on Amazon. So again, even though a lot of this stuff doesn't sell super fast, I'm fine with it since we're just buying a few units, and this is super profitable. Plenty of wiggle room in case the prices drop or anything like that. Then there was also several of these as well. This other style of palette was seeming to be selling a lot better, about 50 sales a month. And since we can sell these for $25 each on Amazon, buying them for $8, we're gonna make about $9 profit per unit on these. There's 3 or 4 of these on the shelf. Let's get into this next Nicole Miller palette here. Was selling very slow. Don't think anyone was in stock right now, but it did sell for $17 and it was in stock. This palette was $6 in store though. Since it only sells literally 2 times a month, I'm not going to take the risk on this. Let me know if you guys disagree with me. Maybe if you're just really desperate to get some stuff into your inventory, but product there. A different shade on this item again here, seems like the Amazon data is a little bit broken. Is going for $21, and on the new offer count I can see someone did actually sell out a couple months ago, but beyond that it's really hard to know if this item's actually selling. Usually I want to see a lot more kind of action going on this. We can take a risk though, just because there's only 2 of them and the profit seemed to be pretty good. Let me know if you disagree with me on that. Then scanning here, found another one of these blush sticks here. This one was also $10. Sells a little bit faster than the last one, still $30 on Amazon. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and grab a couple of these here. This was $11 profit each. The next item I scanned here, you can see nothing came up on Amazon. Usually if you see this means this product just isn't even listed on Amazon to begin with. So unless I'm really just have a gut feeling about products like that, I rarely look them up. Sometimes you can try to take a picture of it, have SellerAmp find it with some AI, but on this one I was just going to go ahead and skip it. And that was what led me to this right here, some kind of moisturizer. This was a very solid product, $7 on the shelf, going for $38 on Amazon. So I definitely want to pick these up for a 300% ROI. Not your average Amazon product for sure, but we definitely want to take these. And all that is until I found something very important. So be on the lookout for this as well. When I look at the buy box data on this item, the brand themselves, this Alley Oop, is selling this product almost constantly. It's important to avoid selling items where the brand is already selling it. A lot of times they're going to want to kick you off that listing. You can get an account health complaint. I just don't want to risk my seller account here. So unfortunately I have to skip this even though the data looked awesome. Then I got another one of these cosmetic creams here. These were selling not crazy fast, 20 sales a month, but I am buying it for 17 and selling it for 39. Scrolling down, the data looks really good as well. Lots of sellers making sales, prices moving around a lot. So I am going to go ahead and grab these for $11 profit each. A little bit down the aisle, I was also able to find some items with some clearance stickers. So for example, we had this peptid cream or whatever it is selling for $13 on clearance. It does go for $45 on Amazon. Now, important note on this is that when we scroll down on the data, we can see Amazon sells on this product pretty often, but I also see that the third-party seller they're competing with was able to make some sales. So I don't hate hopping on this product, especially since we have $20 of profit worth of wiggle room. We can always undercut that price by $5 and make plenty of sales there. So getting 2 of those there is pretty interesting to me. And then also right next to it on the end cap, I found this like Korean beauty item. A lot of times it's like foreign beauty or just honestly foreign items in general can be really good on Amazon because someone's from overseas or from Canada or wherever. They might be willing to pay extra to get their kind of local favorites bought on Amazon. That and just international stuff has become trendy, especially in the beauty niche. So a lot of this Korean beauty stuff's been good. This one, it was going for $12, selling for $39 on Amazon, and the data looked pretty good. I'm definitely going to go ahead and pick this up for about a $14 profit. And then right as I was about to leave with a cart full of pretty decent profitable makeup, I found this item. The employee had actually just started putting this out when I got there. There were quite a few of these on the shelves selling for $13, and on Amazon these go for $30, selling over 3,000 times a month. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up all of these for about $7.50 profit per unit. Overall, not a bad trip so far at all. Was spent about an hour in the store and really filled up a decent amount of products in my cart. One quick note I'll add is if you do this for yourself, make sure you get a resale permit with your state. Most of these stores, when you just show them a resale permit in person, you won't have to pay sales tax on these items. So that will save you a little bit of money, even though the whole time I've been sourcing on SellerAmp, I've been including sales tax automatically in my calculations. And now that we've got some of these profitable products, let's take them home. And I want to show you how to get these listed on Amazon and get them sold as fast as possible. Obviously, can't just go out and scavenger hunt, do the fun part only. Let's figure out how to actually get these products sold. All right, and now that we're back from the store, let's go ahead and talk about how to actually get these items sold. Obviously a very important piece of the puzzle. And the best way to do that is going to be to send these items into Amazon FBA. When we send all these profitable products we found off to the warehouse at once, they're going to check those products in, and as customers want to buy those on Amazon, they're going to ship to the customer for us. And the whole time I've been sourcing today, of course, we're including all the fees involved in this process. Let's jump into the computer and actually get these listed on Amazon and make the sale. Step one is going to be to go ahead and load up Boxem. And by the way, for the shipping process, I'm also going to show you on screen any of the extra supplies that you would need for this process. So if I'm going fast or anything like that, you can slow the video down, pause it, whatever you need to do. But as you're finding products, before you ship those products into Amazon, you obviously have to list them on Amazon. So I'm just going to list like an auto ungated product as an example, just like a pack of t-shirts or something like that, right? So when you want to list these products, just search for it by name, SKU, ASIN, UPC, whatever is easiest for you. A lot of the times it's going to be the ASIN of the product. That's typically what I like to list by. Just go ahead and create a new SKU there. I'm going to go ahead and automatically set the list price. We want to go ahead and set what we paid for it. So let's just say we bought this for 15 bucks. Go ahead and fill in our supplier right there. And then we can also even store like the date purchased, for example. So you can store a lot of information in the SKU for this product and be helpful as you're going out and repricing and remembering like where to restock products. This becomes useful. Let's go ahead and add that listing, and you'll just repeat that for as many new products as you found. Just go ahead and submit that off to Amazon there. And then once you list the products, you're ready to go to shipments and then create that shipment. So go ahead and name the shipment. In this case, we're doing FBA. If you ever want to ship these items directly to the customers, item by item, you can do that with FBM. Basically, the process of getting these items listed on FBM is pretty much all we just did. All you have to do is list the products. They'll show up on Amazon and you're good to go. FBA takes a little bit of extra steps, but the extra steps in the short term mean less work in the long term. So we also want to go ahead and set the ship from address, set the shipping method. Most of you probably going to be doing small parcel. If you ever get to the point where you're doing pallets, you just select LTL. Select it on box contents down here. Quick note, 2D barcodes is typically the easiest option to get products shipped into Amazon. It's also only available on softwares like Boxem, and these can help your products actually check in at Amazon a little bit faster. If you have a very large shipment, you can do a Boxem provided box contents, and you can take advantage of optimized shipping there. That's a little bit more advanced. I don't want to get too overwhelming here in this video. If you want to learn how that works, I have a different video on the channel that you can watch. Another quick note is I would recommend turning all of these things on when you're creating a shipment. Just kind of saves you some time, and this will automatically print out the labels for your products. I'm going to leave it off just for the demo here, but now we're ready to go ahead and start adding products to our shipment, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and add that example product we already listed. So here's that pack of t-shirts. Go ahead and say we want to send 10 of these into Amazon. You're also able to set all the extra information. So if you ever want to pay Amazon to prep the items for you, you can set Amazon to prepping it. You can set Amazon to labeling it. Keep in mind that does come with an extra fee, and they're also discontinuing this program. So might not even be applicable by the time you're watching this video. But essentially step one, all we're doing is saying, hey, Amazon, here's everything I'm sending you. Step one's complete, right? Go ahead and continue. If you have multiple items, which hopefully you found lots of different items, you'll just repeat that process for as many items as you have. Then we'll just go ahead and submit that to Amazon. For step two, this is where some supplies are going to start to come into play. So those will pop up on screen here. The budget option is just an existing printer you already have, 30 up labels. Those are going to be the labels that you'll print on the items. They're going to print on something like this right here. And then you also need boxes, tape, pretty self-explanatory stuff there. You got to obviously have boxes to ship these products in. And then the more bougie option, this is how I like to ship products in, is using a Rollo label printer and then a roll of 2x1 labels that you print these on. But basically what we need to do during step two is say, hey, Amazon, you know what I'm sending in. Now I'm going to tell you what's in each box that I'm sending into Amazon. And then also as part of step two, we need to go ahead and complete the prep instructions for every product that we're sending. So for this case, we need to make sure that it is FNSKU labeled. So all we'll do is we'll print these labels, put them over the original barcode of the product. And then since this is like a pack of white t-shirts, Amazon also wants this to put this in a poly bag. So it'll be like a clear poly bag. You can get those on Amazon relatively cheap, usually like a nickel per poly bag at most. But this is basically going to explain what extra work you need to do to get these products shipped off to Amazon. And then all we need to do from there is go ahead and add these products to a box. And then you'll also go ahead and change the dimensions or weight if the box is not that weight. Obviously, I'm just doing this as an example. So you'll have a tape measure and a scale. So for this example, we have added everything to a box here. The only rule when it comes to boxing things up, make sure you don't add over 50 pounds of products into each individual box. You can mix different items. You can add whatever you want into boxes, but again, don't go over 50 pounds. Then it becomes like a team lift thing. So if you ever get those really heavy boxes, just make a new box on here and you'll be good to go. But let's go ahead and continue on through the process here. And then that's going to take us to the third step where we basically just say, all right, Amazon, you know what I'm sending you, you know what's in each box, how much do I need to pay? And then that's where Boxem is going to be able to show you several different shipping options. So it'll save you a little bit of money there. So in this case, I can see, all right, the best shipping option for me is this $15 option. So in this case, we're going to be shipping a 40-pound shipment to Amazon for about $15. Pretty good shipping rate, to be honest. Usually I see about 50 to 60 cents per pound for my personal shipments. You love to see it being even cheaper here. So you just go ahead and select one of these shipment options here. If you did take advantage of optimized shipping, shipping, which again is a little bit more advanced topic. You'd have a fourth option here with no placement fees. And again, you can check out the video on the channel if you want to learn how to do that. With all that in place though, you'll just go ahead and press continue and then accept those charges. And then you're going to be given labels that look like this. All we needed to do is print out these labels, put them on the outside of the box, and then drop them off at UPS. You can see this is going to be UPS ground. You can also pay UPS to come pick these boxes up for you if you want to save some time. And as those boxes start arriving at Amazon, typically within 7 to 10 days, you'll start making the first sales on that inventory. And then it's pretty typical for it to be about 3 to 4 weeks for everything you shipped off to Amazon FBA to be fully checked in, selling all across the country. But now you know how to go out to your local retail store and use it to load up your Amazon account with profit. If this was helpful, make sure you grab 2-week free trials of SellerAmp and Boxem down below. Those are obviously the tools we need to grow an Amazon business. And also let me know if you have any questions, comments, anything like that. Always happy to help you out. And if you want to show some value for free, hit the subscribe button, help me get to 100K here on YouTube. But I really appreciate you watching. And if you want to learn how to source more profitable products sitting at home from the comfort of your computer, click this video right here.